I rise today, along with some of our colleagues, to honor and recognize the first responders who braved brutally cold temperatures and high winds to come to the aid of strangers who were guests of our Commonwealth. On February 13th, 2016, a freak and sudden whiteout caused an accident of epic proportions on Interstate 78 in Lebanon County. It has been called the worst such accident in Pennsylvania history, involving 64 vehicles, 73 injuries, and sadly claiming 3 lives. Kenneth J. Lesko, Francisca V. Pear, and Alfred Dean Kinnick were not Pennsylvanians. They were not our family, friends, or neighbors, but they were our guests, and their lives deserve mention. With additional lives hanging in the balance, our first responders sprang into action, demonstrating their thorough preparation and keen instincts. They prepared for this day, one they hoped would never come, and thankfully were ready at a moment's notice to respond. They did so gracefully, even as brutally cold winds bore down on them and the devastation that resembled a war zone. I can't imagine what the scene must have been like from their perspective, but let me tell you, as someone who drove truck for a living, this scenario echoed my worst nightmares. I've seen whiteout conditions suddenly overtake lanes of traffic. I've driven past horrific accident scenes and wondered, what if it happened to me? Who would be there to assist if I were hurt? Many first responders will say they were only doing their job and that anyone would have done the same thing. They probably even believe that. That's modesty on their part, and it doesn't surprise me. But it wasn't just anyone who responded that day. It was an elite group of people who dedicate their lives to serving our communities. They are people of character and strength, the backbone of our communities. They personify Lebanon County and Pennsylvania values. They willingly place their own lives in danger numerous times, day in and day out, to protect and save ours. The combination of professionals, volunteers, and even private businesses who stepped up to the plate that day made for what one first responder called a true community effort. Due to their swift efforts, Interstate 78 was cleared and reopened in both directions within a mere 22 hours. Mr. Speaker, we have with us here in the hall of the House today representatives from many of the organizations who responded on that fateful day. In the rear of the chamber they are, and I'll ask them all to rise so that we here in the House of Representatives can show our appreciation for their dedication and professionalism. Please rise, gentlemen. Thank you. You deserve our appreciation. In fact, you deserve recognition much greater than this. We aren't trying to repay you, though. We can't. But we can and do honor you today. Beyond a mere thank you, however, you deserve your community support. For those organizations who rely on volunteers, I'm not talking about a bumper sticker that says, I support first responders. I'm talking about real material support. You need manpower, and you need our financial support. As such, I'd like to use this occasion to call on the citizens of this Commonwealth to seriously consider signing up to be a volunteer first responder or to support them financially. These volunteers spend far too much of their time trying to raise money a buck or two at a time through chicken barbecues and sub sales. Thank you all so much for joining us here today and allowing us to show our appreciation. The entire Commonwealth appreciates your efforts. May God bless you as you continue to serve and protect us.